my Hullimaniacs out there. It's time once again to answer your questions on another installment of Ask Brian. So before we continue with the Ask Brian video, we must mourn a member of the Brian community that has been lost. The Pirates of the Caribbean poster died! Yeah, I just opened up a window the other day to ventilate the room, and a breeze came in and ripped it off the wall. And I was like, what the heck? It ripped it in half. And I was like, how did it do that? But I have another poster that I've ordered. It's coming in the mail, so this blank spot will go away. Because I hate blank spaces on walls. It drives me crazy. So I realized it's been forever since I've done an Ask Brian video. I think it was 2 months ago was the last time I did one. So I'm like, we definitely need to do another one. So we're going to do that. And let's get to those questions, shall we? First question comes from Haley Corcoran. And Haley asks, what is your favorite Marvel movie? The Avengers. I love The Avengers. Like the first one. The second one was okay. But the first one, yes. And it wasn't just because they put all the big characters in there. It was because the Hulk finally got a good movie. Because think about it, some of the best parts of Avengers happens with the Hulk. When he bashes the crud out of Loki. Whenever he just stands there and punches Thor. The Hulk actually got good parts. And I was sick of him always getting these terrible movies because he's my favorite superhero. And I'm like, give the Hulk something. Give him something good. And they did. And because of that, I love the Avengers. I don't know how to say this, but Auntie Joy? That's all I got. Auntie Joy asks, what is your favorite season? This one may surprise people, but my favorite season is actually winter. Now, don't get me wrong. I love summer. I love spring. I love fall. They're great. But winter is the best. And the reason why is because, number one, Christmas. Christmas is awesome. And the second reason is I'm one of those guys, I'm perpetually hot. I'm perpetually very, very warm at all times. So when the other people are like, it's too cold in here, turn on the AC, I'm normally the one saying, crank it up, I'm still sweating. I don't know why, but I've always been that way my entire life. And winter is the time where I'm like, haha, I don't have to fight anybody on this. I can go outside and it feels perfect and I love it. Elizabeth B asks, what would be your ideal character to play in an animated movie? Comedic sidekicks. They are my favorite. I get them. I love to be funny, I love to be stupid, and I love to be goofy. I pretty much just get to be me, and that's great. Blobran asks, do you hate it when people call animated movies kids movies? Yes. Jester Aaron Placido, forgive me if I said that name wrong, asks, are you drinking liquor or wine? If so, when was the last time you got drunk and got tipsy and got a hangover? I've actually never touched alcohol. I just don't trust myself with it. When I like something, I tend to go really overboard with it, as is apparent by Disney and, food. And I don't need something else to monitor, and because I don't really trust myself with it, I would probably go do something really stupid, or accidentally go drink and drive and accidentally kill somebody, and I'd never forgive myself for that, so I figure, let's just not even start. The Pumpkin Queen asks, what's your favorite musical? Number one, Fiddler on the Roof. I love this musical so much. And it also helps that I've played Tevye twice now. I'm slightly biased. Meme Lord asks, Coke or Pepsi? Coke. It's Red and Tease Live asks, what is your house at Hogwarts? I'm Hufflepuff and proud. Fianza Lozano asks, what's your favorite Pixar short? Oh, there's so many. I don't know, my favorite one from a funny standpoint is For the Birds. I can't think of any other Pixar short that's made me laugh as hard. Maybe Presto. But I don't know, I was Partly Cloudy, so I'm gonna put it For the Birds, Presto, and Partly Cloudy. Those are my top 3. Samuel Minsoni asks, would you rather be a dog or a cat? A dog. Because normally people equate my personality to a dog anyways, and I'm a dog person. Seems like the best way to go. Graham Hand asks, is there a voice you hate? I wouldn't necessarily say there's one that I hate. There are certain impressions that I get tired of and I get bored of. And that would pretty much just be politicians and most celebrities, just because I just kind of find them boring. Like when I do a cartoon character, the voice actor that does that, they have to put the entire acting into their voice. So it has energy, it has life, and it's great. But with celebrities that work with their face, normally they put all their effort into here. Because normally they do a lot of acting here on their face. But their voice doesn't really do a lot. It does a little bit, but not a lot. And because of that, they're not as much fun to do. There's a few celebrities that I legitimately love to do because they have really cool voices. But 9 times out of 10, most celebrities are kind of boring voices. And politicians are even worse, because they don't even sound like they want to be talking about what they're talking about half the time. I'm going to talk about this issue because it's important. But I'm boring myself to tears right now talking about it. But, I mean, I do celebrities and politicians just because it gets me work. But if I wasn't a voice actor, I'd never do any of them just because I get bored. What's Van de Vice Van de Velde? I can't say half of these names. The next person asks, why don't you put your songs on iTunes? Because of copyright issues and I don't want to get sued. Nicholas Nerminian asks, do you enjoy singing karaoke? Heck yeah, karaoke's awesome! Avery Dahl asks, would you ever consider Broadway? Heck yeah! I have a degree in vocal performance and I specialized in musical theater and opera. So yeah, I would totally do it. I have a degree for it. I could make it work. So that's it for this Ask Brian. If you want to ask your question, just write it down below in the comments. Hashtag Ask Brian so that I can find it. And also follow me on social media because normally when I know I'm going to shoot a video, I go on there and say, hey, you should write me a question so that I can put it in last minute. And that's where a lot of these came from. So thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see you guys later. Bye.